Libra, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late December, moving into early January 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Libras. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic as we get ready to move into a beautiful new year with tons of blessings and abundance for everyone, I hope. But let's get it going here, my gods. Talk to me. Let's see what's happening for the Libras as we cross into the new year. What's the vibe? What energies, messages, insights can we take a look at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Libra in late December into early January 2025. Let's get it going. What is the vibe, please? What's the energy swirling around, my good friends? Thank you. Okay. So this could be a very beautiful, confident card. That's one thing I'm going to say about this. And this is one of those prototypical cards where it's like, all right, listen, Libra, either this energy could be really, really awesome for you, or it might be something you need to watch out for. Because notice this person with all the mirrors in the room, there's a lot of in-depth symbolism with this card. Now, before we fully dive into it, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the December subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk more about this card. So we see this lovely lady sitting in the center of that room. She's wearing that big blue dress. She has that big wig on, and she's looking in a mirror. And notice she seems to be in luxury. She seems to be in comfort, and there's mirrors all over that room. So let's go with the positive first. For some Libras out there, maybe you're changing something about your look or your aesthetic. Maybe you're wanting to tweak something about how the world perceives you. Okay, so whether it is like hair, whether it is fitness, you name it, to me it's like, okay, I'm going to change something about my aesthetic or look here, or there's an extra sensitivity to it in this time. So take that for whatever it's worth. Like how someone perceives you could be very important. And that this could be a very confident card as well. When I see it, it reminds me of the Queen of Wands, where it's like, yeah, I'm feeling good. I got this, which is really nice. Hopefully it's not swinging the other way. But the big challenge here is this could represent an individual you're connected to that might have a very large ego on them. Because this is a very egotistical card as well. So you might have some friction with somebody that is like a little self-absorbed or someone that could never be wrong. So that's an energy I would watch out for in this time if I were to give a warning. But we're going to leave it at that. Hopefully it's the confidence that we're feeling. Let's see what shows up in tarot. And yeah, I always say this first card here, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. Let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. So let's shuffle it up one time here. For the lovely Libras in late December into early January. What's going on? And yeah, while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. And it was a bit of a doozy because there were a lot of layers to that one. The reading was titled A Big Mistake. Now, the reason it was titled that is either one, there was a possibility to make the wrong move, someone possibly feeling like they did mess up. That was a big thing too. And I was also picking up a lot of self-doubt for one reason or another, like second guessing, like, can I do this? Can I do this? Did I do the right thing? So it was a little choppy last week, but we're going to see what shows up for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards here for the lovely Libras. What is happening in late December, early January? Let's see. Okay, cool. So we're starting out nice. I do like the Magician in position number 1, because that is a strong energetic conduit. It does link into manifesting, so I feel like this could be good. I guess it depends on your situation. Let's get a couple more out here before I really start diving in. Okay, 6 of Cups. All right, and now this is an energy I've seen for you in recent weeks. We do have a card of the past. Let's get one more. Be someone you had some history with showing up. Okay, 6 of Pentacles. I generally like this card. I think it's nice. And there's another card that I linked to you. Even though it's earthy, it does have the Libra scales in there. So I link this to Libra. So we have an intriguing mixture of elements and things happening already. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that intuitive, juicy stuff. But at first glance, yeah, nice elemental mixture. That's one thing I can say, and that's always the first thing I look at is how the elements play off of each other. We have water and earth, and I always say when we mix water and earth, that is a recipe for potential, blessings, and abundance. I feel like it's very fruitful. So there could be something that has some good potential. We have the magician, the master of all elements, chilling in there in position number one. So whether this is a changing something, shifting trajectory or timeline, it's like there is some very powerful energy at play here. So let's go through piece by piece and really start to build it out. Position number one, starting with the magician. Now this card has a lot of layers to it. I love it. It's a card of manifesting. It's a card of creating. So just knowing this time for a lot of Libras, you can really attract a lot of things towards you in this time. Like if you put it out there, if you put the energy out there, if you visualize it and meet the universe halfway, you have the potential to create some big things when this card is in the mix. I like it. It also deals with spirituality, so maybe some Libras out there are getting a little more in touch with your spiritual practices and such. That could be really nice. But a big theme with this card, since the magician is the master of all elements, of course he's an energetic conduit or channeler. But whenever I see this, it's like somebody that's either wanting to control an outcome, control their life, or worst case scenario could represent someone that's too controlling, or something that you completely have no control over. I guess it really depends on your situation. But I always lean positive until the clarifiers tell me otherwise. So this could be good. There's a lot of energetic potential here for the Libra collective. Now, moving to the center is where we get a little bit of a different flavor profile. We have the Six of Cups. Big card of the past. Now we see these two little individuals, they're sharing a cup. Kind of, it's like the younger version of the Two of Cups in a way. So when we see this, we do think of soul ties, soul connections, people that are very near and dear to us, someone that we have a lot of history with. Now this doesn't just represent people. I just want to give you a full spectrum view of some of the things this card could represent. It could just represent memory. So for a lot of Libras, maybe you're doing a lot of reflecting on the year that has just passed, like where you've been, where you're going. There could be a lot of walks down memory lane when this card is here. If not, there is some sort of link here to past. And I do see this when things return, which I saw for you a couple weeks ago, where there could be a situation or something that bubbles back up. We're not going to go that route just yet. But when we get to the challenge of the Six of Cups, this could represent an individual that's kind of living in the past. They're not really looking towards the future. They're like caught in reminiscing mode, or there's something that has happened that the person can't quite let go of. That's what I think of when I see the challenge here. Okay? Either that or just someone you have a really strong bond to is showing up. Now, on the back end, we have a very, very positive card, and there's multiple reasons I give the Six of Pentacles to the Libras. So you see this individual, they're standing there and they're giving out pentacles, giving out coins. You notice there is a scale. So there are karmic energies, and I will say this, that's a card of karmic connections. The magician himself, very karmic. He has that universal symbol. So there is a karmic undertone to this week's reading for sure. But the Six of Pentacles to me is very giving. It's fair, it's balanced, which is another reason why I give it to Libras, because normally Libras can tell when something's right, when something's off. Is this too much? Is this too little? Is it just right? Now, it's charitable, it's giving, like I already mentioned. So I think that this can be nice. And in regards to relationships and connections, it's like, yeah, this is good. I like it. I want to put more energy into it. But that can also swing the other way when we look at the challenges of it. Now, when it does talk to about money and the material aspects of life, this is one of the cards of gift giving. So like when you want to surprise someone with a gift, I often see this in someone's birthday season. So it's interesting that you're picking it up now. But the challenge of the Six of Pentacles, there could be quite a few. If we're not looking at karmic situations, it could be something that's not fair, something that's not balanced, something that's not equal. It could be something where you're giving a lot of energy to it, but there's not a lot of reciprocation. So there's a lot we want to look at here, Libra. I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for our Libra friends and guides? Talk to me. What is happening? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that magician. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Libra, you could drop it in the box. I don't mind at all. Down in the comments. Let's talk about that magician here. What's happening? Why is that magician in the mix? Yeah, something's coming at you quick. Something is coming at you quick. That's another thing I saw for you a couple weeks ago. We do have the Hermit in reverse, and this is like very surprising to me, which I think is good. We're going to have to see how the rest of the reading goes, because usually the Hermit is a retracted, pulled back type of energy. So I guess it depends on your situation. For some of you, if there's someone where you've had a fall off with, or there's something you haven't been talking about, it's like, okay, no, I want to readdress this. I want to talk about this, because the Hermit in reverse to me is coming forth. So when I see this Magician and the Hermit in reverse, it's like either one, you got a big manifestation coming in, something that you've been wanting, something you've been trying to create, and it's coming your way. The universe has got your order. Or to me, it just feels like a surprise. Because again, with this Hermit, it's Virgo energy. If you're connected to one, it's retracted, it's pulled back, it's very private, it's extremely mysterious. So when it flips in reverse, it's the opposite of all those things. It's popping in, surprise, I'm here. Same thing with this Six of Pentacles here on the back end. So I do feel for a lot of you, whether it's a situation, whether it's a person, hopefully it's a good thing. I'm leaning towards it being a good thing, but I guess it depends. So whether it's a big surprise or a surprising situation, we will see. I'm not going to pound this message into the dirt. I feel like it's very simple. It is what it is. Unless you're trying to like manifest a communication from someone, that could be possible too. For a very small percentage of you, when I see the Magician and that guy in reverse, it's like, all right, well, someone's coming forth, especially with these cards. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving over to the Six of Cups. Because, I mean, that's important, but I feel like it's just straightforward. It is what it is. So either a surprising situation or just a big surprise. Because this card, I already mentioned it, when it comes to like gift giving, it's like surprises. Let's see what's up with that Six of Cups. Hopefully it's good surprises though. Why is the 6 here for Libra? Why is the 6 here? 10 of Pentacles in reverse. That is a big change-based card. Okay. All right. Unfortunately, we can't go back in time and edit the past. I don't know why that's coming up, but I'm just giving that message that there might be somebody that wishes that, especially with the reading we saw last week, where there might have been someone who's like, damn, I wish I could do that, or did I do the right thing? When I see the 6 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, it's like, I wish I could make it better, or I wish I knew then what I know now. It's like giving me that kind of vibe. Now, I will also mention this. The 10 of Pentacles in reverse, yes, it could represent issues in the money or career world. I'm not going to fully lean on that right now. Usually this is a stable, immovable card. So when I see it in reverse, it's shaking, it's moving, it's changing. Okay, so there could be karmic energy shifting. We are towards the end of a year, beginning of a new one. So this can be a big karmic shift or change. So it's like we're getting multiple messages here, but I'm getting this underlying vibe where someone, it's like, I wish I could go back and edit that, or I wish I could go back and change that. I would if I could. Let's keep going. Either that or it's that karmic energy shifting and changing. Let's go. If you're wondering if somebody you have a lot of history with has changed or will change, what I'm seeing here in the center is like not so much. Like they're the same person. Now that could be good for you. That could be good. You know, because most people do change drastically over time. Let's keep going. I don't want to ramble. Let's see why the Six of Pentacles is here. And we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow. So why is the 6 of Pentacles here? Thank you. Whoa. All right. We have the Death card in the upright. Big Scorpio energy. That's your zodiacal neighbor. And that is another, you guessed it, karmic card. Sometimes it does represent endings for a portion of you. I really think you need to prioritize your energy in this time. Okay, and it doesn't just have to be about relationships. It doesn't just have to be about career and work, but you could run a risk of spreading yourself too thin, having your hand in too many pots, or burning the candle from too many ends. When I see the 6 of Pentacles with the Death card in the upright, it's like, okay, there's good intentions, but you need to like focus in your energy somewhere where it's like, all right, don't spread yourself too thin. You're giving too much in too many places. Okay, so I take that for whatever it's worth here, Libra. Now, it can represent endings sometimes, the Death card, especially under the 6 of Pentacles. That's what I'm saying. There might be something where it's like, all right, for the time being, you should probably stop giving too much energy to this. You should let that be for now, and see what happens. Now, if this Death card was in reverse, I'd be like, oh, there's something returning for sure. But I also feel this is another big card of karmic shift, karmic change. So when we have this karmic card and that karmic card and that karmic card and that karmic card, there's a lot of karmic archetype shifting and changing. Okay, you can't change the past, but your trajectory forward can change. That's another thing I'm picking up here. So yeah, very layered type of reading for you this week, Libra. Let's go through and do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow card, because there's a lot of stuff happening here. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1, I mean, we have the Magician and the Hermit in reverse. Like I said, either there's a manifestation coming your way and it's coming in quick, or this could be a big surprise or a surprising situation. It just pops in. It's like, surprise, I'm here. Moving into the center, we have the Six of Cups with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. I gave that little message about someone wishing they could go back and change something or edit the past in one way or another, which ties into the reading we had last week. So that does make sense with what I'm seeing there, but I'm also seeing the karmic wheels shifting and changing in a very big way, especially when we get to the back end. We have the Six of Pentacles with the Death card. Now, for some of you, there could be something or a situation that you probably shouldn't give too much more energy to. There's a risk of spreading yourself too thin, so make sure you condense your energy, condense your resources, and like adjust your focus. I don't know why that's showing up, because there could be something where it's like, all right, well, stop spreading so much of your energy around. You got to concentrate it. But another vibe I was picking up here, that karmic shift and change, it's just all over the place here. Okay, and it makes sense with the time of year we're in. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. So let's get a good shuffle here for my Libra friends. And it makes sense with all this karmic energy, because we've been seeing it sprinkled for a few weeks. So let's see what's happening. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a bad thing. They can be good too. So let's get you one. And if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this shadow card out. What do we got for Libra? Okay. Tower. Okay, so I mean, it fits the theme with what we've been seeing, right? Like surprising situation, Ten of Pentacles, reverse, Death card, and now we have the Tower in the shadows. Now, I always mention up front, Tower is karmic, like we've been seeing within the reading itself. Yes, it is shocking, but not every tower is a bad tower. Towers can be shocking, but they can also be good. Okay, whether it is looking back on something with retrospect, like, yeah, that wasn't easy, that was tough, that was a rough situation, but it made way for something more beautiful or a new paradigm of sorts. Like, that's kind of a vibe I pick up here. Now, the Tower is a card, and yeah, it's Scorpio energy as well, so I'm not sure if you're connected to one, but when I see this Tower, I feel like it does get a bit of a bad reputation because it is a scary type of energy and it's super intense. But a lot of people get this card in the shadows. This is a very common shadow card, just like the Ten of Swords. A lot of times when we go through Tower moments, which are things that completely catch us off guard, that lingers for a while. And there is no set time on how long it takes you to process things. So keep that in mind. If there is something that's bothering you, if there's something you've been working through for a long time and you still haven't fully processed it, it's okay. There is no time limit. There is no timetable on it. You do it on your time. So Libra, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give the details of the December subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar and book one at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. But for the December subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of my favorite decks, the Everyday Witches Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, what do you want Santa Claus to bring you this year for Christmas? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.